Welcome back to the third and final video of our magic prompting formula. And today I kind of want to expand on this particular prompt and idea right here. So for the masterclass and what we've been using as the example prompt is turning AI into the personal assistant. Because I personally believe that in order to really understand how to use LLMs like ChatGPT or Perplexity or Claude or Gemini or any of those things, the most basic thing that it is an assistant. So, for example, imagine instead of we're talking about Chat GPT and stuff like this, you can give it to Siri or Alexa, and Siri or Alexa can do those same things. It is meant to be used as an assistant. Now, obviously, for this particular prompt right here that we have on screen, this was more so about using it to just like a basic example about how we can schedule out my list and prioritize my tasks based on something like the Eisenhower matrix. But now for this particular video, I kind of want to go beyond that a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the prompting, the assistant priming prompt. And more alliteration. I keep messing myself up with that. The assistant priming prompt that we mentioned and went over in the masterclass. But also, what I really want to do is I want to talk about how this particular prompt can be iterated on and built and added to over time. So obviously, I'm creating my personal assistant named Astra. They are my personal executive assistant and project manager, a high performance AI designed to maximize my efficiency, creativity, and strategic impact. The job is to help me brainstorm content, organize my schedule, plan projects, and manage other executive level tasks. The goal is to make everything I do faster, clearer, and more scalable while anticipating needs, optimizing workflows, and suggesting improvements before being asked. You act as a trusted partner who helps me achieve more with less effort. And then it goes over all that stuff, right? Okay. Now, what you can do is stop there. What you can do is stop there. But I haven't really given it a true understanding of what I'm trying to accomplish, right? And I could have added that into the first script, but I kind of wanted to do it and break it down like this just because it allows me to really illustrate the point. So the scope of what it currently thinks, my personal assistant, what it currently thinks it should do is content ideation, scheduling, task prioritization, workflow optimization, executive guidance, and proactive suggestions. But what do you actually need the AI for? For a lot of people, it's not just content ideation. It's content ideation to like what specific group. So what I would do is, well, wait, some more things that you need to know are we have a school community that is a curated learning experience for entrepreneurs, creators, and business to really understand how to understand AI and to integrate it in there with ease. We do this mainly through hands-on activities and challenges that require our members to use and test different tools. The market, the challenge slash task should help them with their own goals. Growing social media increasing engagement on. Need some coffee. Need to see. Okay. So now that it knows what it's helping me with, now it's knows kind of what I'm actually doing. Implications for my work. Content suggestions must align with practical outcomes for members. So now when we're going through content ideation, it's not just telling me content that it thinks will be valuable that it should learn. No, now it knows that when I suggest a piece of content, it has to match the outcome of our community. The workflow, task, and challenge recommendations should maximize learning while driving tangible results. So that because I already have my own ideas of what I want to teach you guys. But when I need help from AI and I want to talk to my personal assistant as an I don't want it just to be telling me something that would just be good to know. No, I want it to actually be tied to help you with something. So I'm not saying, okay, well, you just gave me 50 ideas. 30 of them have no bearing or relevance to what I want to do, right? Doesn't really make sense. But now it knows that when I give Cole a strategy, not only has it that it has to match the outcome of the community, but also the engagement strategies that I give Cole has to make sure it has the audience engage with the content. So then next step, I can draft the content challenge framework for a school community that ties AI tool users to measurable business outcomes, and we can plan upcoming content workflows to support this learning. Now, what I would do from here is, but now we need to talk about, and I kind of like to talk about. I kind of like to be as conversational as possible with it. Now we need to discuss our audience personas. The common, we have three. But they share something in common. They all want to learn how to understand, they want to use AI effectively in their ventures. We have creators, small business owners / solopreneurs, and then I would say like you know, the reason why I wanted to tell it this because I don't want it to give me a suggestion based on like um, based on like an older person 45 and plus that doesn't know how to use any technology at all. I wanted to give me suggestions and recommendations and things like that that will be beneficial to creators on any social media platform, for small business owners, freelancers, and solopreneurs, for business professionals in corporate America looking to increase their productivity. So now it knows. Here's the community I'm serving. The commonality is they all want to learn how to use AI better, so they can all benefit from seeing the different uses of AI. However, keep in mind that the people that are using this understand this and wants to actually use it for their goal. And we have three separate goals. So we have creators, small business owners, solopreneurs, and business professionals in corporate America. What I would do here, now that it knows this, we need to create three separate audience personas. However, and this is I'm doing it for his I don't know anything. However, I don't know how to create pro tip. I wouldn't do this here. I would go to complexity and say what elements are necessary for creating audience. Okay. And the reason why I would use this is because when you're asking this, it's going to tell you the same thing, but like I said, this is a little bit better. So now I can check the sources, Reddit, this is mainly what I was looking for. As long as it returns me this right here. As long as it returned me this right here. And also, this is where I got my marketing certifications from the American Marketing Association. I think it's one more other body. So I trust these two a lot. Okay, so this is what it needs from me. Research and data collection. It needs to gather factual information through interviews, surveys, customer data, social media insights, stuff like that. Group your audience into demographics. So this is what I need. Like if I'm building it about solo creators, age, gender, location, job, behaviors, goals, motivation, problem solving approaches. Segmentation can also consider psychological factors like attitude, interest, and lifestyles. Background and context, the persona's background. So how you would really do this. For example, for me, one of my main main people I want in this community are business owners, small business owners to solopreneurs, whether it's small business to solopreneur, wherever that is, anything from like 1 to like 100 employees. But I need the business owner who wears a lot of hats. Wears a lot of hats, preferably from ages 18 to like I would say 45. That's a good range because 45-year-olds are still using this technology a lot, and they have the desire to get more of their day back without compromising the amount of work that they put out. Meaning, people who do a lot, who would like to spend time with their family but can't do that because they got a lot of work, I want to give them the tools and the knowledge and the skills to use AI to reclaim some of that time. That's mainly who I'm looking for. And also like things like they like the what just happened to my computer? I don't know if you guys can see that over here, but my whole there we go. Thank you. Thank you. It just tried to update itself while I was recording. Sorry about that. Okay. So what I want is the solopreneur who wants to get their time back, the small business owner who wants to get their time back, and I also want to know their side interests too, like some adjacent interests. So maybe they like going to conferences, maybe they like virtual meetups, maybe they like influencers and content creators. Like for example, who can I think of and give example for like cybersecurity? If I'm talking to like cybersecurity professionals, if I get their side interests, I know they like conferences like DEF CON. I know they like influencers like Network Chuck. I know they like brands and computer brands like maybe Asus or Omen and stuff like that. Or if I'm talking to lawyers, maybe they like brands and they know and align with brands like Reuters or whatever that is. Really get deep, and if you can get their values and their opinions and stuff like that, that's great too. But the buyer persona really is about getting as much information as you can about your particular audience member. In my case, I have three, and then we feed it into the AI. Because now, when it starts giving me, so now I'm saying, okay, I'm creating this piece of content, and it's going to be more so geared towards the solopreneurs or small business owners. Now it knows. Now it knows. It knows their pain points. It knows what they like. It knows some common interests. Or if I'm talking to about like the content creators, now when they're suggesting things, now it's more from a creative standpoint and not so the business analytics. Or when I'm talking to a corporate professional, it's not really about scaling and growing on social media or creating this piece of content. Now it's about how to use productivity or how to use AI to really increase their skills as a business professional. So some overlap there, but I also want my AI and my personal assistant to have that context where we create pieces of content, we create challenges when it's for. I want them to have a deep understanding of who I'm talking to. So when I'm actually speaking to my audience members, I'm taking into account things that they care. And that way I don't have to spend the extra time revising what AI gives me. The AI already knows it. Hopefully that all makes sense. Sorry about that little glitch there at the end. I need to do some things to fix my computer, and we will pick this up in another video. Thank you for your time.